All right, Chris, so here's a little narrated video of this fixture. As you can see, there's not much to it. Basically what I showed you today was the guts of the thing. We've got this little, the tube here with the geometry in it that lets you wrap the suture around it and has the cutout to pull the tails through. And then we've got this little plunger that forces them through. You saw that in the first video this morning. Right now I've just got this set up with a little manually actuated thing here. But you could imagine a pneumatic cylinder being mounted back here, that this could be easily automated. Again, just for the purposes of prototyping, we just got this on a rail here. I made this little block that was intended to kind of hold the sutures in a small groove there, and then you pull the end of the stent up against this face. But it's kind of hard to do with holding the camera here. But this just doesn't want to sit nicely. It just wants to come up and out and flop around, and it's just not going to hold it well. So I was thinking that maybe a machined circular pocket, not unlike what we have for porting, where this just drops in real quickly, might be the way to go. They just drop it in that pocket, and they can, pull the sutures taut this way to do the wrapping would be the way to go. But so basically, yeah, the way this would work is, they drop the stent in here, take the sutures, come over here. I've got this pin down low to keep the suture out of your way. This pin could go away. They could come straight up to here at an angle like this if you wanted, but we have the option of going around this way too. If you come around this lower pin and up, when you wrap the suture around, when you're using your left hand here, it doesn't then interfere because the suture goes straight down and back, whereas if you came straight from here back to this point, when you're working here, you could deflect that suture and change the length. So I thought this pin might be a good idea. But so the idea here, it's pretty straightforward. You can see how the distance is fixed from the stent to where it's wrapped, and then I think a good idea would be to have the final fixture somewhere in the right location down here, have the tolerance zone, so that when you pull the knot off of here and pull it taut, it's still being located here. As you're tightening it, you can sit it down here and ensure that as you're cinching up the knot, it's within the tolerance zone that's required on the print. So yeah, not much to this thing really. It's pretty straightforward. To your point this morning, it's all about how quickly can they do it. So that's why I really want to get this in your hands and just let you play with it for a little bit and see what you think. So I'll send this to you, and if I don't talk to you, have a good weekend. I'll talk to you next week.